And it's really about, this one we're gonna take it a little slow, you know what I'm saying? Take it a little slow tonight. I'm filming this real late at night. So we're just gonna just have a good time with this one, you know what I'm saying? And this one is about, a little bit more informational. I want to definitely talk to my young G's, my young individuals out there, man. Feel me? OGs too. But I really want to talk about a few topics, one of them being, out here in the Bay Area. Like I said, I stay in the, I'm saying, the Oakland area, Richmond to be exact, California. And in San Francisco right now, they're working on passing a law, because out here it's legal for you to have marijuana, cannabis, whatever. But what they're looking to do now, at most of the dispensaries, only thing they can offer to you is just marijuana, cannabis, whatever that's involved with cannabis, basically products wise. But what they're now looking to do is have it where it's like a cafe, like Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I call it. If you look at the title, it's called San Fran. San Fran. Or actually, I put uh, Francisco Dam is what I put as the title. I might change it. We'll see. But I really want to stress. You know what I'm saying? That you got to really understand what's really happening out here. You know what I mean? Because if you definitely, to my subscribers, you know where I go with this. It's always some type of game or something I'm trying to bring to you. You know what I mean? Just so I can give you a little something different than what you used to. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I had to fix that real quick. But out in San Francisco right now, they looking to have it legal for them to have the cannabis locations to be set up like a cafe, like Amsterdam. You know what I mean? Where you go in, get your, get your Starbucks type coffee. You know what I mean? And be like, hey, let me get an eighth too. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me get the caramel macchiato. Let me get that cannabis too. You feel me? Let me get an eighth of that ZaZa. I mean, it's not at Starbucks. I'm just saying in general, I'm speaking. But in San Francisco, it's all no all seriousness. That's what they're looking to pass. You know, where you go into, whether it's a bar setting, a restaurant setting. Pretty sure it's going to be at a point where if you go into like out here we got 7-Eleven, you go into your local convenience store, you can be able to be like, oh, let me get that fifth of Hennessy and let me go ahead and get a 20 sack. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel me? So you just and the thing of it is, when I'm talking about the cannabis, how they trying to make it more legalized in the sense of making it more available to you in different settings. My message to that is this: it's nothing wrong with you blowing your zaza. It's nothing wrong with you out here kicking it, but you can't lose the focusedness of what you're trying to get after. Because if you really pay attention to what's going on, especially in the United States, it's the only country I know about that I'm born and raised here. What you have to understand is everything around you is a business. You know what I'm saying? Even at your job, you still a business. You representing the corporation where you're at. And at these businesses, they're starting to really understand a few things. They're starting to understand the fact that, you know, especially with the cannabis I'm talking about, how it's really just being it's pretty much being involved in almost anything you do right now. You know what I mean? Most jobs accept you to, definitely do it, just not at work, especially out here, like I said, in California. I'm not sure about other states, but in California, it's legal for you to, for you to smoke on your personal time to a certain degree. But what I want to really stress with that, you still have the liquor out there. I still drink from time to time. And you have to understand, man, not everything that's available for you, not everything that's given to you that is legalized it's really not meant for you to overindulge. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm starting to see, especially in the workforce, like I work in logistics, basically we do physical work, get very good pay for it. But in logistics, you're dealing with boxes, you driving big trucks. I mean, it's like I said, it's industrial type work. And what I'm starting to notice with my young individuals out there, I would say 30 and under, a lot of these individuals, they come in, I do a lot of the training with them. And what I'm starting to see is that a lot of them is they don't want to work, man. They see how hard you got to work. Like I said, you get paid well, especially in the division where I'm at. You definitely come in at a decent pay, but over time, you basically will make a lot of money, and you don't have to stay. Like I say in all my videos, just because you go in corporate doesn't mean you have to stay corporate, but it's a good foundation for you to get started in your life. But what I'm noticing, with a lot of my young individuals, when I say young, like I said, 30 and under, young G's, young, you know what I'm saying, young gentlemen, young ladies, but specifically a lot of the young guys out there, what I'm noticing, it's like once, I show them the ropes, I get them out there, and some of these individuals are in really good shape. They just can't do the job. You know what I mean? It says too hard. But then on the weekend, I see them on their IG. You know what I'm saying? They at the club, they at the bar, they blowing that ZaZa. They on their PlayStation, they on their Xbox, they doing whatever they love to indulge in, which is nothing wrong with that. But when you're not out here handling your business, but you have time for all these entertainment involving smoking, drinking, and whatever else you into, you know what I'm saying? You playing your video games late at night. Now you coming in late to work, not showing up, calling off. You tired because you losing your focusness. You know what I'm saying? You're not being committed to what you're trying to do. So just because, they about to create a little baby Amsterdam in San Francisco doesn't mean for you to just go out there and go crazy. And now you can't even go after the things that you really want to accomplish in life. You still at your mama house. You know what I mean? Or your baby mama, you know what I'm saying? The lady you with is complaining because all you want to do is sit and play them video games, right? You know what I'm saying? And hit them spots. You feel me? Kick it with whoever you like to kick it with. And you ain't out here handling your business. Because I'm going to tell you like this to my young individuals out there, my young G's. You know what I'm saying? You don't want an OG like me pulling up, you know what I'm saying? and pulling your lady, man. Because while you so busy out there playing that Xbox, you feel me? She's sliding in my DMs. And one thing about an OG that handle his business, you know, we got good conversation. You know what I'm saying? Good credit and good D. Do you feel me? So, man, y'all need to get out here and handle your business, man. You know, because there's nothing wrong with you out there celebrating. There's nothing wrong with you getting after whatever you getting after, you know? But I just want to see more of my young individuals really pushing themselves to the best of their ability and elevate so you can be great. You can be great for your family. You can be great for yourself. And you can be great for your community, man. So that's what you got to get out here and do. I mean, like I said, you can go out there and celebrate. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't. Get out there and celebrate and do what you do. But at the end of the day, man, business still need to be taken care of. Them bills still need to be taken care of. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying everybody young that's, out there doing that, because it's a lot of people, like I said, it's some, but it's other folks out there that's handling their business, man. And I applaud that. Like I said, this is not a knock on anybody. I'm just going off of my experiences that I encounter with individuals that I'm around because I'm around the people every day. That's part of my type of work that I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm around the people all the time. So That's my whole thing. You know what I mean? That I just want to put out there because, especially out here in the Bay Area, you know, we definitely have a lot of things that can take your, there's a lot of things that can distract you from the goals that you're trying to accomplish. And like I said, out in San Francisco, they about to turn that into Amsterdam. You know what I mean? It's gonna be Amsterdam. You can go up to San Francisco eventually once they pass this law. Because, like I said, I got that off Channel Two News, the Fox News. Like I said, when I started this video, was that they looking to basically turn San Francisco into Amsterdam. You know what I mean? So you can go into your local cafe, you know what I'm saying, and say, "Hey, let me get a latte and let me get an eighth too." Do you feel me? And like I said, there's nothing wrong with you indulging, but don't lose sight on your goals. Because I see so many young individuals, man, in my line of business. Like I said, I work in logistics where, they can't do the job, they're calling off, you know what I mean? They quit and then they try to come back, but then your reputation is tarnished because how did you leave? See, if you go back and watch a lot of my videos, I talk about reputation, digital reputation, because that's where we at now. Everything is online. Everything is Googleable. You can Google pretty much anything out there, even your work history. Do you feel me? So that's all I'm trying to say, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying for you not to get out there and enjoy yourself, but just understand your surroundings and understand there's a lot of things that's against you, even though it's being brought to you as if it's a good thing, you know? And there's nothing wrong with you blowing that ZaZa, but don't let that ZaZa take you away from what you're trying to get after. You know what I mean? The goals you're trying to accomplish. Don't allow that to come in and be the controller of you. Because I'll tell you this, you know what I'm saying? I got a story to tell. I used to, well, not now, but, I used to date this female from Sacramento, California. I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she going to ever, if she watched my videos or if she watching it now. I'm not sure. But we're going to call her Sacramento. Now, this beautiful woman, right? I dated her for about 2 years. She was a chronic smoker. She had to smoke weed. And the thing about her, everything she did, she had to blow some Zaza. So if we getting ready to go out, she gotta smoke. She wake up in the morning, she gotta smoke. Getting ready to go to bed, she gotta smoke. To have sex, to have sex, she gotta smoke. To watch the kids, she gotta smoke. Oh man, I'm not feeling good today. She gotta smoke. So basically, she couldn't do anything unless she smoked a blunt first. And this woman was beautiful, man. You feel me? Body was thickalicious, man. You feel me? She was beautiful, but everything she did, she had to smoke. Any type of thing. And I'm the guy that like to you know what I mean? Like to really be rubbing on, you know what I'm saying? Feeling on my lady and kissing and all that. And I'm like, you gotta smoke just to be intimate with me though? Like everything you do would have to be involving blowing that Zaza. Now I will admit, you know what I'm saying? I was smoking from time to time, but not to a point where everything I did I had to smoke. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Everything you do should not be involving using a substance for you to function out here, man. And that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? By them possibly turning San Francisco into a baby Amsterdam, you're gonna have a whole lot more females like the one I'm mentioning now. We're gonna call her Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a whole bunch of Sacramentos out here where not just women, men too, everything they do, they gotta smoke. Get ready to go to work, gotta smoke. Pick the kids up from daycare, I gotta smoke first. And how many of these individuals are really focused enough, coherent enough for them to be really function out here? Because when like I said, we talking about the female Sacramento I was dealing with at the time. She was functional, but sometimes she got too loaded. You know what I'm saying? Got too high. You know what I'm saying? She had a little son at the time, well, still do, but he was little at the time, is what I meant. It was around maybe 3 when I met her. The kid, her son was 3. She was getting so high, I basically had to take care of her kid while she's smoking. I said, man, I dealt with that for about 2 years on and off. I said, I can't do this, man. Because here I am, I'm trying to get after what I'm getting after in life. I got goals I'm trying to achieve, and you bringing me down. Because everything we do, you got to smoke. If we go out of town, we trying to go to Vegas or wherever, we got to find out where the weed man at. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is early 2000s. So this is before it was as popular as it is now. So it's like, I'm saying that to say this. Don't allow that ZaZa or whatever you like to indulge in to affect you to the point you can't even function out here, man. Because if they really do turn San Francisco to a baby Amsterdam, we're going to see a whole lot more going on. And this is just going to be the start. And if you want to get more information on that, I have it in my community section. Once this video is over, you can go to my community section. I have a clip in there from the Channel 2. Out here, we got the Fox News, and they talking about, them working on it and possibly having a law passed in San Francisco, California, for basically all the weed dispensaries. They will have the opportunity to either expand their dispensary to be a restaurant or cafe, a bar, a club, which is cool. I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is, don't allow that just because it's available to be the thing that hinder you from where you trying to go and the responsibilities that you need to take care of. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Don't allow that to come in like that. Because I work with a lot of guys, man. A lot of guys, you know, and some of them, handle their business and some of them don't. And a lot of it has to do with their out of work activities. You know what I'm saying? So don't allow anything to affect you to the point where you can't get out here and grind and get to whatever you're getting after and staying focused and motivated to accomplishing whatever you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? And on the top of all that, not only you got the Zaza, you got the, social media, you have the you have the was it PlayStation, Xbox, all these different virtual wars, excuse me, virtual worlds that you can go into. All of this is just, distracting you from getting to your goal, man. Because there's nothing wrong going out and entertaining yourself, your company, whoever you with, but don't allow those entertainments to be your crutch for you to actually to be functionable out here in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting to a point where, like I said, with a lot of young individuals that I work with, get to a point where it's like, man, I'd rather deal with some of the OGs. Cause at least the OG, yeah, he may talk some shit, you know what I mean? He might talk a little crazy, but he gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see more of my young folks out there having that mentality too, where they're staying focused and they get into what they need to get to. And you can still go out and party, but business is first. Remember, you got to treat yourself like a business out here. I don't care where you working at. It's all about the reputation that you show and you uphold because you never know what other opportunities may come from that. But if you too loaded all the time. If you too much on the ZaZa, you too much, you know what I'm saying? Focusing on everything else that's distracting you, how you going to get to your goal? How you going to get to your greatness? Because we all great. That's what I believe. But only the great ones, only the smart ones, only the dedicated ones, only the ones that's really disciplined can really tap into that greatness because we all have it, you know? So that's important, man, you know? And also, I do want to say this, with LeBron James, he just got that scoring. So he is, he passed up Kareem. So he is the number one guy, number one scorer. You know what I mean? So much respect to LeBron James. You know what I mean? It's a sidebar. You know, LeBron James from the Lakers did his thing tonight. So congratulations. I know definitely it's gonna go crazy tomorrow on all the different sports networks and stuff like that. They're gonna talk a lot about it, but I just want to put my little 2 cents in there. So shout out to you, LeBron James. But you gotta understand, man. I mean, just because it's available doesn't mean that that you should be doing it. And even if you do it, have some respect for yourself when you are. Because just because it's legal doesn't mean you're supposed to overindulge or lose focusness on what you need to get after. You know what I'm saying? Because we basically in the digital generation. This is where we at. Everything is digital. You can order food right off your phone. You can order groceries right off your phone. You can order medication right off your phone. You don't have to go anywhere as long as you got money in your account. Everything comes to you. Do you feel me? But that's where that work ethic come in at. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Them DoorDash and Uber Eats, they ain't bringing nothing to your door until that ching ching go through their account. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand that, man. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like a lot of individuals, unfortunately, is starting to lose a little bit of their sauce when it comes to all these different things that's available to you, you know? So that's very important. And to Miss Sacramento, if you watching this, what's up? Peace. You know what I mean? Peace to you. Hopefully you're doing better. I ain't heard from you in years, but oh well. It's a new day, new me. Do you feel me? I wasn't gonna be on here too long, but I just had to come out here and speak on that because always trying to find some type of message or some type of something I can bring on the mic to discuss something a little bit different. So hopefully you can move a little bit different than what you used to. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things going on in this world, and it's a lot of things that can distract you and get you off your square. So it's important for you to always be on point to the best of your ability and keep pushing out here because we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but I want to be prepared for tomorrow. Do you feel You know what I'm saying? You want to be prepared because you never know, you know? And the more you prepared, the more you ready for whatever the world is bringing to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much the gist of what I want to speak on because that everywhere I go, like I was at a party about a couple of weeks ago on my Instagram, I showed a couple of pictures there. Went to this party, you know, and nobody really, you know what I'm saying? It's really on point to the point where everybody smoking, everybody drinking, but not everybody is on point and understanding where they at because we was at a location, which was a very nice location, but the police was everywhere. You know what I mean? So I'm like thinking, okay, I'm gonna drink a little bit. I'm not gonna smoke nothing, even though you can smoke. Cause out here in Cali, you can smoke, but you can still get a DUI for that. You know what I mean? Anybody from Cali or Google the laws out here, it's definitely a real thing. But I was looking around. I'm like, man, I mean, it's a nice spot, but you know what I mean? The police was just camped out all around this location. I guess just making sure everything is cool, which I appreciate. But then on the flip side, I'm like, okay, hold up. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying attention to my surroundings. Like, man, I can't be in here too twisted because I got to drive home. And the worst thing you can do, man, is get a DUI, man. That ticket is hefty out here. You know what I mean? Insurance go up. You got to pay two, three different fines. And depending on where you look working at, if you don't take that class, man, you damn near can lose your job out here. Do you feel me? So that's why I say you got to stay on point out here, man. You got to stay on point and understand your surroundings, man. You know, because you never know. You know. So that's pretty much all I had tonight. I really didn't have a lot to speak on tonight. I just wanted to bring that up. And with LeBron James for show, you know what I mean? He did his thing tonight, even though they lost, but he passed Kareem. And Kareem was a hater too. I gotta say it, man. I don't want to speak on it like that, but you know what I mean? If you go back and watch some of the videos he did, I think on TNT and I want to say ESPN. Man, Kareem is a straight hater, man. He was hating on LeBron hard, man. I think he called him soft, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, come on, man. But, he's an OG, a triple OG, so much respect. But you was hating, though. He was hating on him, though. But I'm glad to see LeBron get it, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see LeBron do his thing, you know? And I'm telling you, man, always stay on point out here. Always stay on your square, man. That's what I like to say. Stay on your square, you know, because you never know. You never know. And what else I want to talk about? I know we talked about that. What else? I had mentioned that. And then also, another thing I want to speak on is don't worry about what individuals say about you. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what I say they. That's what I call them they. Don't worry about they. Because they is not important, man. You know what I mean? If you out here handling your business and you getting it how you getting it, don't worry about what other people think about you. Only thing you need to worry about is your reputation in the corporation or the business or wherever you work at, wherever you get your paycheck from. You know what I mean? You get your financial support from. That's where it's important about that conversation and making sure that business is taken care of. But anybody else that just want to talk reckless or they don't like how you talk or they don't like what you do or what you wear, man, don't be worrying about these individuals out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I was talking to a coworker the other day, and that's what they kept talking about. Man, folks is gonna be saying this, saying that. Man, to anybody watching this, man, don't worry about what any individual saying about you. If they ain't signing your check, they not helping you get to a better position. You know what I'm saying? They not giving you no type of motivation. Man, don't worry about what other folks say about you, man. What are we in high school? Like I care less what somebody say about me if you ain't paying me. If we ain't having a, you know what I'm saying, a benefiting conversation for me, And for you too, we could say that. But I'm not gonna put value into somebody that's not beneficial to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worrying about they. Because first of all, who the hell is they? And why they got so much control over your life, over your decision making when they ain't doing nothing from you? Do you feel me? So don't worry about they. You know what I'm saying? And to my young individuals out there, man, young folks, man, I'll tell you this. Once you get to a point where you're no longer worrying about what others say, and you can just focus on whatever you got going on, your craft, your ability to do things, I guarantee you, in my opinion, you will have a lot more success in your life. Because I can't, first of all, I don't have enough time to be worrying about what other people think. I'm out here getting it every day. I'm out here pushing the line every day. You know what I'm saying? In a positive way. I push a hard line about my life. You feel me? And the ones I care about, the ones I love. You feel me? And people that I feel like that has value to me. I push a hard line out here in a positive way. So I really don't have a lot of personal time for some shenanigans, for something that don't make sense, for something that's not beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really concerned with that, you know? So you could say whatever you say about me, man. I'm really not concerned with that. Because at the end of the day, if you're not paying me, if you have no value to me, then why am I concerned about they? Do you feel me? You know? Concerned about them for what? You know what I'm saying? You ain't putting no money in my pocket. You're not helping me in no type of way. So why should I be concerned about what you talking about? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be concerned about that in no type of way. You know? In no type of way I'm gonna be concerned about it. For what? I mean, you're not doing nothing for me, man. So don't worry about they. You know what I mean? And whoever they is, they can stay wherever they is at. Do you feel me? Because I'm telling you, man, it's really no need for them. No need. You know? And I think when more people start doing that, you would have less to worry about. Because I tell you this too. If you out here grinding and you trying to get after whatever you get after, you really don't have a lot of downtime. And when you do have downtime, you're gonna want to spend that with people that's important to you. You know what I mean? And because that makes me, when I talk to somebody and they tell me, "Oh man, I'm out here doing this, I'm out here doing that," the most of the time they don't have personal time for a lot of BS. They really don't because they so focused on what they're trying to get to accomplish. When they're trying to get to their goal, what they're trying to accomplish, they really don't have a lot of personal time to be worrying about what they whoever they is and what somebody said or you know somebody trying to make up things about you. Man, most folks is out here grinding. They don't have time for that, especially in this new digital world that we in. Stuff is moving fast all the time, so you need to stay. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused and stay pushing a hard line about you and yours, and don't be concerned about they. Do you feel me? They ain't gonna do nothing but take time away from what you trying to get to. So just keep pushing out here, keep pushing a hard line, and don't be concerned about those. That's it. Hey, They ain't out here doing nothing. I tell you this, if a person have a whole bunch of time to talk about others, if they not making money off of talking about other people, then 9 times out of 10, they don't have nothing going on. They ain't pushing a hard line about nothing about all they pushing a hard line is asking a mama or whoever they stay with, you know what I mean? Can I borrow a few dollars from you? Can you help me out? I couldn't pay my cell phone bill. Can you help me out? That's what I think. If individuals got a lot to say about you all the time and they know about this, they know about that, and they don't make money off of all that, what are they really doing, man? They ain't pushing a hard line about nothing out here, man. You know what I mean? They ain't about nothing. They ain't talking about nothing. So that's why I always say move accordingly, because that's what I'm moving accordingly. Part of that is you recognizing situations where, man, I don't need to be associated with this. I get invited to a lot of different events and things like that. And if it's not beneficial for me, or if it's not a relative or somebody that I feel, is worth my time, I don't go. And it's not that I'm better than anybody. It's just that, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit older, man. I move a certain type of way. You know what I mean? And if I feel like the way you moving is not something I want to be involved with, I'm not going to do it. As you start to get older, what I'm saying now, you probably will get later for my young individuals out there, man. To all my young G's, young women, you may not get this now, but you will, you know. Because I used to be out a lot. I used to hit the clubs a lot in my 20s. But once I started getting into my late 30s, for early 40s, I started valuing different things. You know what I'm saying? And having a peace of mind is like number one. Having a peace of mind is more important than sex to a degree, be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because when I come home, I'm not trying to fight with my lady. I'm not trying to what the baby mama said and who want to fight. I'm not, man. If it ain't something that's real life situations or something that really need to be handled, man, miss me with that. You know what I mean? I'm really not entertaining that. You know what I'm saying? Not whatsoever. It's like if it's not something beneficial, I'm not gonna be there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So as you get older, man, like I said, I'm in my 40s, man. Hey, if I look at that situation, if you invite me somewhere, and I'll tell you this, if you ever invite me, if I go to any place, just another tip too, I'm gonna give you. If somebody invites you somewhere, you know what I'm saying, and you get there, the first thing you do is always look in the parking lot. Look and see what type of vehicles is parked out there. You know what I'm saying? Look and see what type of vehicles is out there. Because that will determine a lot of times what type of individuals are in that club. So if you see a lot of buckets or, you know what I'm saying, some scrapers, we call them scrapers out here. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's an old school car. You know what I'm saying? May have a good paint job, may not, with some big rims on it. You know, when I see that type of stuff, I'm like, I'm probably not going to go in. Back in the early 2000s, they used to have the Jabot jeans and the white tees. So if I ever went to a club and I see dudes walking in the club with a white tee on and Jabot jeans, I'm definitely not coming into your venue. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So man, I gotta say, yeah, no. Nah, I'm not about that for real, man. I'm not about it. Cause you gotta understand, man. You gotta understand, man. You gotta understand your position out here. And you got to understand that everybody around you ain't playing fair. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is looking out for your best interests. So it's important for you to move a certain type of way out here, you know? You know? Unlike the who said that? Nelson? Okay. It isn't okay. If it's not beneficial, it's artificial. Okay. All right. I respect that. I respect it. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't beneficial, it's artificial. I like that. That's a good one, Nelson. Appreciate you. You know? But yeah, you gotta respect that because you gotta understand that's where you have to understand your value. And when I talk about value, I'm not talking about a dollar sign. It's just that you have to understand that you are a valuable person to whoever, that you take care of, whether it's kids, where, you have a family members or, you take care of a household. You have to understand you value. You do have value to yourself. And it's important for you to move a certain type of way where you're protecting yourself out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to always remember that, you know? So let's move accordingly and understand your position out here. Do you feel me? So yeah, I just want to definitely leave you with that. Let me see what else I got on here. So I had a couple other topics. That was really it on that. You know. But this gonna be a quick chop up, nothing too heavy tonight. And anybody like this video, like what I'm kicking, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know what I mean? And check out a lot of my other videos. I just put out a new video, the Streets is a Myth Part 2. So check that one out. I just did that one just actually yesterday. So please check out my other videos because all I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, hopefully some type of inspiration. Do you feel me? But, it's important for you to really understand your position in the things that you want to accomplish out here because it's a lot of opportunity, but without no dedication, without no discipline, without no sacrifices, you will not be successful, you know? So if you want that success, you got to go out here and get it because it's available for you, you know? But you got to be willing to do what it takes for you to have that opportunity. You have to do what it takes for you to be successful. And that means sometimes you got to cut out some of that ZaZa, some of your favorite liquor, your Hennessy, what I'm saying, Douce, whatever y'all like to drink. You feel me? It doesn't matter. What does matter is that bank account, though. You know what I mean? Stacking that money up. Because right now, especially with the economy, what it is, if you're in position, this might be a good time to buy some property right now. You know what I mean? But you only can do that if you've been putting yourself in position. You know what I'm saying? And understand what's going on out here. Because it is opportunity and wealth is built during a recession. So if they say we're going into a recession, that's what I'm hearing from the government, different social media sites, they talk about it. They say a lot of millionaires are built, well, a lot of millionaires are made in a recession. So you got to push yourself to that next level so you can have that opportunity, you know? So I'm about to shut this one down, but I appreciate anybody watching this live, even on the playback. I appreciate y'all watching me for any length of time. I am Sean B. Stola. Until next time. Peace.